Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Flatlands SMP. My name is Zenjer, and this should be episode 13. Guys, you already know what we're doing in this episode, based on the title. I'm feeling really confident about this build today. We're going to be finishing up the Sarlacc Pit that we planned last episode. In between that time, I actually extended out the aqueduct here over to the sugarcane farm. Just wanted to show that off briefly, how I've done it. I've just kind of had the water flow into the water channels here. Not sure if it looks the best, but I mean, for the sake of consistency, let's keep it. I also need to mention that I've changed up a little bit of the compound here. We used to have sugarcane here, but obviously we don't need that anymore. So I just replaced it with some leaves. Not as pretty, not as bright, so we might end up changing it back. But yeah, the interior here I think needs a little bit of love at some point. But enough of that. Let's get to the Star Wars area. Alright, so we got some things we need to do. First things first. The first thing is that I kind of messed up here. The Sarlacc Pit does have kind of a overlap thing here. You know, it's a hole, so it's not dug, out like this. In fact, there's a good example over here. Okay, maybe not that good. Actually, yeah, like this stone part here. You see how it's bigger on the inside and there's kind of a lip outside that covers it? Yeah, that's more like what we need to do. So, I mean, I'm excited to get started on this, so, I mean, I'm already doing it, but I don't know what it is about this project in specifically, but I'm feeling like a big rush of motivation to start working on it here. Already looking much better. We don't even have the final layer of the sand on it. So guys, I think I can freely talk about this now, because this episode isn't coming out until, well, probably after the next episode of what I'm talking about. Anyway, Cakecore is making another SMP. Yes, technically Flatlands is the Cakecore SMP right now, but there's an actual, like, normal survival multiplayer world? Is that what it's? No. Yeah, a normal survival world, but yeah, there's a new series starting. If you watch my live streams, you know I'm also involved in another SMP called Coastal. I'm not very active on that. I'm mostly active on Flatlands and probably going to be active on the Cakecore SMP. So my hands are kind of full with those three SMPs then. So much so that I've decided to kind of postpone the hardcore SMP. Not the SMP, the Let's Play. I've kind of been having trouble finding the motivation for that one anyway. As I say, it's just postponed. It might come back in the future. It has a lot of nostalgic value just because it was like my first Let's Play. So I never really want to not do a hardcore, or I never want to forget hardcore completely. But for now, that's done. Flatlands might unfortunately suffer a little bit of a content shortage because of the Cakecore SMP. Not to say that I'll lose interest in Flatlands at all, but I might be focusing a little bit more of my time on the Cakecore SMP, which just as a byproduct will shorten the amount of time I have available to play on this server. So just thought I'd bring it up. Okay guys, I'm really liking the way this looks from up top now. We just need to add a second ring, and then we can add in the head and the tentacles. Okay, so here's what we got so far. We got the teeth and the rings, we have this, and now we need to add a bunch of tentacles. To do that, I actually want to use a combination of jungle wood and birch wood. Okay, so in the movie, the tentacles come out of the sides of these things and out of the floor. Although the floor's a little bit too dark to really tell. We can't really, make that same darkness look that the movie has. So we're just gonna, I guess, pick a few spots to start building tentacles out. Okay, so once I do that, I'm just gonna break a few blocks and replace them with jungle. And then it should be as simple as shearing all of them with all their bark. Okay, so I'm gonna do that a bunch, and then we'll see how it looks. That, that looks messy. We might be able to improve it a little bit with some more detail, but I feel like the head needs to be bigger. So I'm gonna tear it out and build it just a tiny bit bigger. We'll see how that looks. Okay, the head's bigger. I've kind of tried to bury it in more sand. Let's see how that looks. And hey, it's not bad. That's actually definitely an improvement. From this angle right here, it looks good. I don't know about the other angles. I'm not even gonna look. Because this angle right here looks like a Sarlacc Pit to me. Okay, I'm genuinely kind of happy with that. This Star Wars area is starting to come together now with 2 completed builds. I have a few more ideas for what we're going to build here in the future. For now though, I think we should go back to the main area and continue working on one of those projects that we left behind last episode. I've done a bit of work on the zoo, off camera. I've gone ahead and extended, well, a wall design that way. But I still need to duplicate it on this side and in the back. And then of course we need to fill in all of the spaces here as enclosures. And we need to do all of that before we can even think about getting animals in it. So I'd reckon that we should get to work with all of this stuff here and finish off the build. So guys, it's been a few days since the last clip actually. I have been hard at work on another server. I've been working on the Cakecore SMP, which is now out. And then we have 3 stacks of emerald rocks, jeez. So anyway guys, I'm over here at the villager trading area so that I can get myself some name tags. And I could have sworn I had a villager that was selling them to me for 1. That one's 5, that one's 10. Ugh. I guess 5 is the best deal we have. Anyway guys, I do hate to say it, but the Cakecore SMP is gonna kind of cut into my time for Flatlands, unfortunately. Obviously right now, I'm pretty much unable to even leave the house, even if I wanted to. I've been trying to apply to jobs for like the entire month that I've been back from my trip with James, and the jobs I've been applying to have all been in a very specific county, and that county is currently on lockdown. So you're not allowed to pretty much go anywhere unless you're an essential part of the workforce or something like that. You have an essential reason to be there. Unfortunately, interviews do not count for that, so I'm pretty much screwed on that department. But I have every intention of finishing, well, not finishing the zoo, but working on it a little bit. As I may have shown you, I honestly don't even remember, but I have completed the outer wall, and I've added in a bunch of these sections. So these are going to be enclosures. I've made a list of every section. We have one for passive mobs, undead mobs, overworld hostile mobs, nether mobs, end mobs, and water mobs. So that's 6 sections. I have other on there because I'm not sure what else we might need. So I have 7 sections right here. And this is going to be a big project. That's all I can really say. I'm thinking of, now that we're up here, just going down, maybe building a staircase that goes down, and then having these things be on different elevations. We'll have to build an interior wall as well, which will probably just be covering up all of this section here. Yeah, we'll have to have special walkway, special things to look at besides the animals. But anyway, I do want to get a few animals in here. So I have my name tags, so I can catch mobs and they don't despawn. I also have an anvil, so I can name them. Alright, and we're going to spend some time trying to catch some mobs. Hey, okay, that was pretty easy. We got the husk. James the husk. Okay, so I have this guy, he is named, and we should just have to block him off so that he won't cause trouble. Don't need another husk, so I can kill this guy. I imagine the other mobs are going to be a bit more tricky. Zombies are kind of the easiest thing to catch in the entire game. We have a normal zombie here. Might as well try and take him. Okay, so I'm going to try and get this skeleton over here. He is going to be a bit tough, though. Oh, why is he strafing? Okay, we got him. James the skeleton. Go away, husk. Okay, so I have 2 more that I want to get. The spider and the creeper. Okay, we got a creeper. Ooh. Okay. Oh my gosh. That is a lot of mobs. Mostly husks. Oh hey, a chicken jockey. Might as well take one of those, right? Okay, so I'm gonna name... Ooh, okay, so I'm gonna name both the chicken and the husk, just in case. So hopefully they won't despawn. James the jockey. Cool, that was a fairly successful night, I think. We got everything except the spider. But we did get a jockey, so that's kind of cool. That wasn't actually anything I considered for that board there. However, you know, maybe it counts as the chicken. So there you go. It's easier than trying to find a chicken in a village somewhere, which we're going to have to do for the sheep, unfortunately. Anyway, there is another mob I can bring over here. Okay, let's also see if we can get these trader llamas to come over here. I think the llama's AI makes them follow other llamas, so we should just need to do this. Good stuff. These guys do not need to be named. Aw, this poor guy got left behind. Much better. I think he'll enjoy his life like this. Oh, this is just fantastic. We should put more of these in the minigame area. Oh man. Well, with that, guys, I think this is going to conclude this episode of the Flatlands SMP. You know what? Not gonna lie, probably the least amount of progress I've ever made in an episode. But at least we finished the Sarlacc Pit, and we made some more progress on the zoo, so that's all I could really ask for. As always, go make sure to check out the Cakecore channel for group content for Flatlands, as well as James and Pat Nat's channels for single player content, probably. And I will see you guys in the next episode. See ya.